Hello, and welcome to my first episode of Investing with Corey. And today we're going to be talking about what I'm going to do and where I'm going to invest. So, first off, a little brief introduction. One, I am not a financial advisor. I am simply going to give you my personal financial plan. If you choose to copy part or all of my financial plan, you are more than free to do so at your own risk. Do your own research, but I'll just show you what I'm going to do. Do I expect to be the next roaring kitty, defucking value, making millions of dollars off of GameStop? Probably not. That'd be nice though. So I'm going to first start with show a little brief my Robinhood account, which I'll be switching from Robinhood to probably mostly Vanguard in the future. But right now everything's tied up in Robinhood, almost entirely in GameStop. We've had a bad day today. This is February 1st, 2021. Bad day. I'm still up. My GameStop, which is where most things are in, is still up. Average cost 97. It was 87, but I just bought one today. It was on sale, so I still have 94% return. So this looks bad, but this doesn't. So, um, let's see where I'm going to go next. While I do have most of it tied up right now in GameStop, if this didn't land on my lap, I do have something that I think I'm testing it out. It's this DHT and NAT. So I now have 120 shares of DHT, right? If it'll load up. DHT is trading right now 540. All right. So I bought it for a little bit more. I bought it a while ago. I mean, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. Because, well, first I'll just give you a little overview of what the company is, and then I'll relate it to the other company, and I'll show you what I'm doing. And I think it's a smart plan. We'll see. But this has potential to really make some money. So, anyways, it has basically they own a bunch of crude oil tankers, right? And they operate Monaco, Singapore, and Oslo, three very rich places. Um, Three places with lots of money, and they're headquartered in Hamilton, Bermuda. Now, Bermuda is a little tiny island in the middle of nowhere. It's nothing, right? So here's the CEO, Svein Moxnes Harford. He is undoubtedly Norwegian. Okay. 17 employees, founded 2010. Average volume, you can see all this. Look at this dividend yield. 25%. But that's not even what I'm after. That's a nice extra. Right? If I can get that dividend yield, I'll take it. Wouldn't we all take it, right? If I can get that, they have been paying their dividend. This is higher than the last dividend. They have very fluctuating dividend. They're not pretty set like a lot of set companies. Their dividend fluctuates every quarter. Quarterly paid dividend, etc., etc. So why am I interested in this stock? Well, one, when not only do they transport oil in these huge tankers, but they can also store oil in them for long periods of time. So if oil prices go down, then basically other companies rent out these oil tankers. They pay these guys to ship it for them, and they can also pay them to store it for them. So if the oil prices are down, they say, okay, keep it in there for a month until the prices go up, and then we'll sell it when we can get more money for it. So they do that, and they did that earlier this year with the coronavirus. Oil prices went way down, and so a lot of companies held it in these big tankers until the prices went up again. So that's smart, but that's again not why I'm buying it. Okay, now I bought a put just to play it safe, $1. Why not? And I sold a call on it, $6 call, which is pretty close. Um, but that's not why I bought it either. I'm not a big fan of oil. I'll show you when I show you the next stock. Okay, so we'll go over here. So I told you, okay, remember that one, Hamilton, Norwegian guy, right? We go over here to Nordic American Tankers, NAT. And what's this? This one's trading at 286. Okay, 286. All right. Oh, let's read about. Blah, blah, blah. Oil tankers, blah, blah, blah. Founded by Herborn Hansen. Oh, another Norwegian name. Oh, headquarters in Hamilton, Bermuda. All right, and if we look up more about the company, you'll see that it is literally a clone of DHT. Okay, very high dividend yield, not as high as 25%, but 15.2. That's not bad. I'll take that any day. Let's see, 20 employees. Ooh, 3 more than the last one. Look at that. He's got the O, that slash through the O. That means it's either Norwegian or Danish. And since, you know, the same, and they operate in Oslo, I'm guessing he's Norwegian. Found in 1995. So this is not a spring chicken. Right? This has been around. Right? It's smaller. The prices are lower, much lower. Right? Let's look at the 5 years. Right? Ooh, wow. Why would you invest in this? Look, it's dying. Well, it's kind of giving some death shakes here, but why would you invest in this? Well, let's go over here. Okay. Where's it at? Ah, here's the thing. Okay, when are the earnings? Earnings reports. Oh, look, earnings went up. Coronavirus, right? Coronavirus, they were paid a lot of money to store that oil, so the earnings went way up. And even beating projections, right? And then we have down here, they weren't storing as much. People started selling the oil, so they're just doing their normal shipping, right? And then this one is coming available February 26th. February 26th. Keep that in mind. February 26th is when earnings are due. Now a lot of companies are projecting that this is going to do pretty well at earnings. Okay, so let's go back here, and I'm just using the Robinhood information for right now. We're going to go to some other resources in just a bit. Going to go, you can take a little sneak peek. I got a couple REITs, some uranium, blah, blah, blah. GameStop's where I think like 86 or so percent of my stocks in. I put a couple of dollars on some of these. Let's go back to DHT. Okay, oil tanker guys, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's saying buy it, hold it, blah, blah, blah. Ah, when's earnings? February 12th. The other one's February 26th. Now remember, these companies are clones, as close to clones as you can find. These are basically the same company. I wouldn't be surprised if these two are brother-in-laws or something. Hamilton, Bermuda. Do you know how many people live in Hamilton, Bermuda? Almost nobody. It's literally just a tiny speck of sand in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. All right. Bunch of rich people, right? Okay, so they operate in Monaco, Singapore, and Oslo, but they're headquartered there. So this is just they're not doing anything except financing some boats that they own boats, and they hire a couple of captains and ship hands to take them from place to place. I mean, it's an easy operation. All right. So both owned by Norwegians, Hartfjord, right? Oslo, Norway, run the same places: Monaco, Singapore, Oslo, right? And I'll show you where the other one does do that. Similar analyst ratings, but the earnings are different. February 12th, after hours. The other one's February 26th, before hours, right? So, why is that important? Well, look at this. Oh, look, he went up and then it went down. They didn't actually go down as much as the other guys. Those guys went like down back to normal, but these guys went up and then they stayed a little up. But here's the important part. Expected then, okay, So you can tell the future with these stocks, right? Because this one is on the 12th, right? So if this one's doing good, the other one's doing good because they're basically the same company. So you can determine if this one has a blockbuster, just blows earnings through the roof, then you know that more likely than not, NAT is going to blow it through the roofs. So you can predict the February 26th earnings for the other company based on the February 12th earnings of this company. It's basically as close as you can get to telling the future because they're basically the same company. They're both small, same number of people, same places, same exact everything. All right, except this one's a little bit newer, right? So you can tell if this one's going to be doing good, that one's going to be doing good. Look at this chart, right? Look at that chart. It's the same, right? And I have a feeling that part of the reason why this one has slightly higher here instead of back to normal, otherwise they'd be literal clone charts, is because this one reports its earnings earlier, and the pandemic, the selling of the oil didn't go back to normal levels until after they had already reported their stuff. So these guys are a couple weeks early. So they were still getting the good news from their holding oil earlier in the year. All right, so let's go to some other stuff. News. What's the news say? Okay, well, it says risky investment. Nope. Blah blah blah. Basically, I forget exactly where I read it. But basically, okay, soaring. All these people are saying blah 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 about this place. Apparently, they know about this. Okay. Okay. Jefferies Financial reduced their target price in shares from 750, which is still very good, to 650, which is still very good because right now it's at 540, right? Into a buy rating. Okay, so this is actually recent. I haven't read this one because I did this last week. But I forget exactly which one of these, but it says that these Wall Street guys, these big brokerages, basically in the past couple of weeks have doubled down on DHT. They bought more stock. They bought millions more stock recently, right? And that might have been, it's partly due to their increased earnings last time, and probably those dividends aren't scaring anyone away. But they've doubled down on DHT. NAT, the news, right? They're a little less popular. They still decline in short interest. This is 15 hours ago. Okay, so these guys have seen a decline in the short, so people aren't shorting them because they know they're not going anywhere. Okay, so this is what I'm doing right now. But actually, right now I'm doing the GME GameStop circuit. I've already bought. I sold out at a lot of things. All my Boomer stuff, my Coca-Cola. I had a bunch of EFTs. Um, you know, let's see, what did I have here? I had some. I had Coke. Right, I was all coked up. I had all sorts of them. I had some Fifth Third Bank. That's a decent stock. Also had Truist. So I wanted to get a little bit into the finance. I had this. I had iShares. I had all these, nice little boomer EFTs. They're pretty good, I guess. For safe money. I was doing safe dividend investing, but no more. Anyway, so that's it. We'll see how things go, and I will have more updates about what I do next. And eventually, when I earn my money, yeah, it was so high before. Earn my money back from GME, or finally sell because I've still profited. Then I'll post another video.